because it's gonna show people the reality of situations, the reality of people's real income. It's gonna
Yeah,
show the reality that uh, a lot of people are not making as much money as you think, or as they
facts.
make you want to seem like they're making money. But the stats don't show that, B.
Mm-mm. Motherfuckers run around here with a lot of pride income
Facts,
that
facts.
don't show up on the W-2s.
On the tax returns,
Yeah, they don't show up
I
on
said,
that.
I say if it don't show up on the tax returns, it ain't true.
Mm-mm.
Because
And
every
so,
every lender look at your tax return. You try to go get a house,
absolutely,
they don't care about the cash money you got.
absolutely.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
and and I think, today, put like this, bro. First of all, it's a lot of cap just in general in terms of people's real financial situations. And then on top of that, when you look at the fact that it is ways to really generate a significant amount of income, but it's like everybody living in the Lulu land. So it's like,
Why
are they
you think
even
that
open for
is,
the
bro?
help?
Why you think everybody proceeds to show that they make more money than they really are? Why you think it is?
I think a part of it too, though, bro, is social media has a way of allowing people to highlight their best moments, right?
Mm,
So I don't even know if it's intentional all the time, but I think, because some people only show up on social media for their best moments, right?
mm.
And I think because of that, it can give that the delusion that people got it better than what they really got it.
Yeah, I think people see other people, go on vacations, let's just say they buy their wife certain things, or um they buy certain things like certain cars, certain houses, and then other people want to feel like, oh, I could do that too.
Yeah,
When really they struggling real bad to get that picture moment just for social
facts,
media. That's
fact.
bad, bro.
They
That's
worked
bad.
the whole year to get that one picture, bro.
So what you think that is? You think that's insecurities about money and financial insecurities? What you think that is? Because that's a bad thing, bro.
What's that?
Like doing all you can just to get a car. You spending every last dollar you got just to get a car to make it seem like you got money when you really don't. You spending all your money, like I'm talking about your last dollars in your bank account just to go on a vacation. You spending your
Yeah.
last dollars just to buy a house.
Um, bro, I think people want what they think will make them happy, right? It's funny, I was having a conversation yesterday with a potential investor, right? And they were asking me, like, one of the reasons why I don't like do a lot of like
No
flashy
flat.
stuff as much anymore. You know what I mean? So number one is like I don't need everybody coming to me begging. So that's number one. 'Cause, bro, like when it's the way my family and the way my situations and surroundings are set up, bro, like that just opened me
They
up.
take all your money.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That opened me up for those kind of propositions and questions. Number two, um, I don't like to be perceived as that. You know what I'm saying? Like
You don't
I
want
don't
you
like that
known
kind
as
of.
that guy got money.
Yeah, I don't like that to be the first thing that
People think
people
about.
think when they see me. You know what I'm saying? Not as much as I used to. When I was
Or
when I
or if they describing you to somebody else, you don't want to be like, you don't know Byron? Byron that got all the money.
Yeah, I don't want to be that. Because what happens, bro, because I used to do that. I've done it before, right? And what happens is every situation you encounter becomes a proposition.
Facts.
It's a and until you done both, right? Until you done both, you can't appreciate what I'm saying. I've done both. You get
You
what
don't
I'm
know.
saying?
So, when you like that, perceive yourself as that guy with money, you don't know what no relationships gonna be real at that point.
Yeah.
Everybody, I'm talking about female relationships, Even dudes, there's
Facts.
friends. You don't know if they're really your friend. It could be just for the opportunities and the money.
Facts. Or the potential proposition at some point.
Or they just want to hang out with the guy that's known to have the bag. So now people can
Yeah.
think they have the bag. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy. But let's get back. We got to talk about this more, man. Let's get into this intro first.
Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on? You're now tuned into No Stingy Energy. I'm O'Neal Parker, real estate investor entrepreneur. Been investing in real estate since 2016. Full-time entrepreneur 2020. Do all things real estate. Really love rentals and passive income. And I'm also a contractor, mentor, trying to help the Black community shrinking the wealth gap. And that's me.
Yeah, my name is Byron, real estate investor out of Houston, Texas, primarily focused on the wholesale space, do a little bit of creative finance, fix and flip, new construction, new to the build to rent space. Excited about that over at First Choice Development. We got a lot of things cooking in the pipeline and excited to share that journey. But yeah, man, we got a lot to unpack today.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a great one, man. So you gotta make sure y'all pay attention, man. If y'all got any questions, this is the time to ask. If y'all want to jump on, it's the time. I think it's gonna be a beautiful conversation. I think it'll be a sobering conversation. It's gonna be a real conversation. I think it'll be good. So, but yeah, going back to what we was talking about, I never been that guy either. Like, I don't want people to perceive me as that. I don't dress like that. Bro, I dress for me. I'm not insecure.
Yeah.
I don't buy stuff just to make people like, ooh, I don't care about none of that.
Yeah. Why is that, bro? Because I mean, you've been getting money for a long time.
I don't.
Because you've never been on that.
Nah, it don't make sense to me at all. Like
at all. Why is that?
Why will I buy a $300 shirt?
Yeah.
If the same shirt, I'm talking about the same people that made the shirt, make a $10 shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, logos don't identify me. I'm not about to wear somebody else's logo all over myself.
Yeah.
I might as well wear my own logo.
Yeah.
And it just don't make sense. Like, and I know the reality of what it is to most people that's in designer stores. I say at least 85% really can't afford it. You know, I've been through the reality of all that stuff. It don't fulfill me. Like, cars don't fulfill me. Clothes don't fulfill me. Like,
it's a Virgo thing.
It don't. It's like, I'm not. Don't get me wrong. Nothing wrong with having designer.
Yeah.
It's something wrong when you really can't afford it.
Yeah.
There's something wrong.
But you can't afford it.
Yeah, I just can't see myself paying $250 for a t-shirt, bro.
You can't do it.
No, it's a t-shirt, bro. That's just me though.
It's gonna shrink out the wash,
bro. So you gotta look at it. If you buy a $250 t-shirt, you can't wear it every day. You can't have 5 Instagram pictures of the same t-shirt. Now you look crazy.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? But the same t-shirt that I have, I could wear this every single day, every other day. Ain't nobody gonna ask me nothing. They ain't gonna look at me crazy. It's just a lot of things that go with all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no part of that. Just give me my No Stingy Energy hoodie. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
So it's funny, bro, because when we look at the stats, right, and we're gonna break out them stats today. When we look at the stats, it's very few people that can really afford. It's very few people that can afford, bro. This it's so crazy to me, bro. Like, listen, bro. You go like especially here in Houston, bro. You go out to some of these spots, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro, you gonna see at least,
You go see us in
bro,
that.
6 figures in just outfits at any establishment here in Houston, bro. You gonna see like when you walk in the establishment, bro. Like if it's something
Celebrity,
that's,
bro.
bro, especially with our folk, bro, you gonna see at least 6 figures in wardrobe in the establishment. And
Yeah.
and according to these stats, bro, if we just look at just the stats,
You
bro,
shouldn't be
ain't
having
no,
that on.
somebody had to get robbed in order for them wardrobes to make sense. Oh, think about it. Oh,
What do you think? You think that's a mentality thing? You think it's an insecurity thing? What is that? People want to be perceived as money, but they don't really have the money.
I don't know, bro. That's a great question, bro. And because I'm so detached from it, I don't get it. I don't. I don't get it. But you know what? It's funny because Diddy, you know what I'm saying? Diddy like
Did he
uh
love it?
he loved designer. You know what I'm saying?
He been like that though. That's him.
Yeah,
It's not like he just woke up one day and started. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
If
he
you go
been
back
like
to
that.
pictures, like if you go back to pictures when he was in college, that was him.
Yeah, same old same.
Yeah, some people, if that's you, that's you. But some people, it don't be them. You wouldn't
In the
like that
chat,
when you wouldn't like that when you was 20.
who?
Just people in general, like
Yeah. In the chat, let's talk about this real quick.
let's make this an engaging show, man.
Yeah, we're gonna try to talk about this. How many folk in the chat have a healthy appetite for designer brands, designer vehicles, and all of these things? If you do, if you in your mind tell yourself, you know what, I deserve to have this, nice clothes, nice this, whatever. If you feel like that's you, put a number 1 in the chat. If you feel like, nah, fuck that, I'm gonna go it out, put a number 2 in the chat. If you really cool on not engaging in any of that, put a number 2 in the chat. I just want to know. No judgment zone. You know what I'm saying? No judgment zone, because some people really do got it like that.
Yeah.
Some people really do got it like that.
So it's 1 for yes, 2 for like you don't
2
care.
for no. Okay, golly, boy, our people do not. Okay, maybe this is our people. Okay, damn.
It's the wrong group tags. It's the wrong group tags.
Damn.
It's the wrong group, man.
We literally got no ones, bro. We ain't got not one.
It's the wrong
Nah,
group.
one of y'all like to pop out?
We outgrew that stuff.
Damn.
But I'll say all the people know somebody that's like that.
Yeah.
If not 2, 3 people. I bought a brand new car in 2005 and still drive it. You know, I got my first vehicle loan. I was 26, bro.
Wow.
All before that, but I needed it though. That's when I had my third kid. Like I ain't got no choice now.
Yeah. So
I don't do that.
Gotcha. So it looks like, damn, I do know someone. Absolutely, you do. So we don't have a lot of people that's into that, but why do you think that is appealing for? And when you look at the numbers, matter of fact, let's pull
Yeah,
up
we're
the
gonna pull it
numbers,
up.
bro. Let's just pull up them numbers, man, so y'all can see. I'm going out to these establishments, I'm telling you, and everybody in the chat know what I'm talking about. They done went to some establishments, bro, and when I tell you these folk look like $1 million, bro, you would be confused.
So this is an article from January 18th, 2023. So at the end of the day, it still applies to today. Let me see. So it's not people ain't making money like you think. So we're gonna get to the reality. All right. The median income in the United States is $44,000, but that doesn't stop many Americans from pursuing more. Making over $100,000 per year is a common goal and is often considered one of the first stepping stones towards a greater financial success. But just how many Americans do reach that goal? To find out more about how many people make over 100,000 per year, we've gathered essential facts and data according to extensive research. So only 18% of individuals make 100,000 per year.
Pause, man. Pause, bro. Pause. So you mean to tell me that
I'm
when I
talking about
went, so you mean to tell me I go out to these establishments, and I'm telling you, it be at least 85% of the people in these establishments, they look like $1,000,000. So you mean to tell me out of that, out of them folk in that establishment, only 18% of them can actually afford what they got on?
it's not
Actually
and
afford what they driving?
it really may not be 18% if you really think about it, because most people living paycheck to paycheck.
Mm.
So really less than it. Really less than it. But that's not what we do. You know what I'm saying? Let me
18.
ask, let
Yeah.
me ask you this. Do you remember the first time you made 100K legally?
Yes.
How old were you, and what was it?
Yeah. So when I was doing it, what you talking legally? Damn. Okay,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
took me
that's the
back.
difference. That's the
That's the
difference.
difference. That's the difference. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Whatever you can put on your W-2, my boy.
Yeah. I would say once I started travel nursing was when I first, that's when I first really just did 6 figures legally.
What
Um,
take us back to the time, the age, the
bro,
mindset you
that
had.
was like, what legally, because see the thing about it is too, I've always made money like, off and on, kind of, it's hard to say because all of my money wasn't illegal either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like a combo. You funny.
I'm talking about the money you can claim on your taxes. That's what I'm talking about.
Got you. Well, yeah, bro, because I had, we had like a little group home situation. I'm trying to think, bro. Like, I don't know, bro, because I've done it before that. I done it before that. But I would say from travel nursing, that was 2013,
All right.
whatever
So
that was. Yeah,
2013.
yeah.
Did you
And
know you hit six figures? Like you felt like you hit six
now
figures? Or like,
2014. Yeah, I knew because I seen it. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a real thing. It was like, traveling. That really what that opened my mind to was number one, a lot of nurses are underpaid, right? A lot of nurses don't even know that they just underpaid just in general, but that's just the way our industry is set up. A
they
lot of
just happy to be a
nurses,
nurse.
huh?
They just happy to
Well,
be a nurse.
they don't move, right? So they don't move. They're afraid to move. They're afraid to hit the way nursing was set up, and it's still set up this way. Your first job, a lot of nurses will stay at their first job. That is the worst decision you could ever make.
Stuck with that
You
pain.
need to get that job first year, leave that job, right? Go to another facility, and you're gonna immediately get yourself a raise. Just immediately, for no good reason other than you've went somewhere different and you got a raise. That's the way the industry is set up, and it's typically gonna be a pretty significant raise at that. Then after that, you need to
Travel.
go and do some type of travel, right? And then once you do that, your income is going to jump up significantly again. And then when you go back to a regular, regular W2 situation, then they're going to pay you more just because you're already getting paid more, right? And then you got that travel experience, so they know that you are pretty fluid with your abilities, right? And so that's if you really just want to make some money. But most nurses, bro, they get them a job, they stay at that job, and that job gives them incremental raises, bro. And
They
you
cool
just
with it.
never gonna really get to the bag that way ever. I don't know why they do it. I can't argue why they do it. I think it's comfort. I don't know, but that's what they do.
Yeah. So my goal was to hit 100,000. That was my first financial goal. Like, man, I need to make 100,000, 6 figures per year. I thought that was everything. Uh, so I was at 23. I was the age of 23. At my job, I was probably making 65,000 a year. After taxes, about 40, 49, something like that. So if it wasn't for a side hustle, it wasn't for real estate, I wouldn't have hit the six figures.
Mm.
So my first year in real estate, that got me to over six figures a year. So I had my
Mm.
job income, I had wholesaling income, I had flipping income. So all that equaled up to over six figures. I think my first year in real estate with my business, I made like 223,000
Mm.
at 23,
Mm.
and it just kept going up ever since. So, oh, go ahead, B.
No, I'm listening.
And then I didn't feel like, oh, I'm in the 1%. I thought everybody was making money. I thought, I didn't feel no different. I felt like it wasn't enough. I felt like I
Yeah.
needed to get to another level. Uh, Now I did feel like I could do more for my family, take them on vacation. You got a little bit more money to be more free, but I still wasn't satisfied with that number either.
Yeah.
And at that time I was driving a 1999 green Honda.
Mm.
No, I think it was a 2002 Honda, and I had a 1999 F-250.
Mm.
I just sold that truck last year. But when you make more money, you don't have to increase your lifestyle. And I think
That's a
that's where a
fact.
lot of a lot of people that's where they get messed up at. Because as you make more money, they buy more things, you create more bills, and it never feels like you're really making more money.
That's a fact.
So if we can go back and listen, I had a job and I had another side business. Most people here, I'm not gonna say here, but most people in America is not gonna make six figures strictly at their job. So we gotta find something else. We gotta build our own empire on the side of our job. There's nothing wrong with having a job, but it's very important to have something of your own. Because when you have a job, somebody's in control of you at all times. They can have new management, a new company can buy them out. Uh, they can have somebody that really just don't like you and say, "Look, your time is up. You gotta go." What are you gonna do then? The competitor might not hire you. It may take you 6, 7 months to find another job. But if you have a side thing, it could be making you, 20, 30,000 a year. Nothing crazy. It could at least have you feel a little bit better until you find the next job. So that's why it's always important to build your own while you're still working for somebody else. I really think that's the best thing to do. Have a great job, keep your job, and build you something on the side. Because you got to build you something on the side because at this point, one income is not enough in America. With inflation, gas going up, food going up, everything's going up. Cars get more expensive, houses get more expensive, interest rates are high, jobs are not equaling up to what's going on. So you're gonna continue to struggle if you never if you never think about building something else for yourself. And then when you're building something for yourself on the side, it's also you building for your family. And I think we have to get better at doing that, Byron. I think it's a problem in America, Black community for sure. It's relying too much on the job
Absolutely.
when your job is there. Really, at the end of the day, the job uses you to make them more money. So if
Facts.
you're getting paid $20 an hour, they have to make $80 an hour off of you.
Facts.
So if they're using them, your mentality should be, if they're using me, how can I use them? Let's use each other to make each other great. But guess what? You're losing because they're using you and you're not using them.
That's a
That's how I
fact.
thought. I thought that at 21. Because we was getting paid 40 hours. I'm telling you, dog, I wouldn't do it a damn thing. Like that's the easiest job I ever had. Like I wasn't doing nothing.
Nothing.
No, seriously, I was just
Yeah.
sitting down at a table, like this, waiting for a job to come.
Mm.
40 hours a week. I may have one job out of the week. I may
Mm.
actually work I'm talking about actually work 2 hours out the week. What is everybody else doing with their time? Playing with their phones, playing games, like just coasting. I was reading books, educating myself, and learning real estate. And guess what? Some of the people still there, still can't figure it out. No shade to them, but you have to invest your time, your money, into something for yourself. Because if you don't, somebody else gonna have control of you.
Wow. What you think about this, Don?
Listen, I'm just amazed at you young guys. You know, well, tell me this. Did any of you, like Byron O'Neill, did you ever write down a particular number? Just write it down. This is how much I want to make. Did you ever write it?
I did.
Early days. Okay.
Yes,
so,
indeed.
So here's what I know, Byron, because I'm almost sure this happened. When you were nursing, you were expecting more. You wanted more. You looked for more. Okay.
I looked for more.
Yes. Do you remember the first time you heard the term per diem?
Yes. Absolutely.
It's or 12-hour shifts.
Absolutely.
Okay. And did you get double time or triple time for holidays?
Absolutely.
Book me for all that.
So
I know.
You know what I'm talking about now.
I know about all that.
So when everybody else was trying to get away from that, I know you were looking for that. And
I was showing up on those days.
When you heard travel nursing,
oh, that was a wrap.
Lord have mercy. Listen, I'm looking at that now, and I talk to travel nurse 125, 150, 175 an hour or more.
Yeah, it gets pretty crazy. A lot of people don't understand how it works. It's not like you're paid all of that. What makes it so dope is that a lot of the money that travel nurses make is untaxed. So they're still paid on paper a lot of times. Sometimes it's still a decent number, but it's a much lower. And then a lot of that is like untaxed money. So even though, let's say if you're, 125 or I don't know, 85, whatever that number is, only 50 of it is taxed. So imagine that makes a major difference when you compare that to other people's salary in terms of what they bring home.
Okay. All right. Now, so here's the other thing I'm thinking about. So when you started making money and you got that, you got that big paycheck, so, okay, I just made 75 a year, 80 a year, or 100,000 a year. Okay. Was that a good feeling?
I didn't feel it. I didn't feel it like I thought I would have felt it.
Yeah, there no balloons and stuff.
No, I didn't feel it like I thought I was gonna feel it.
Yeah.
Because I ain't feel it like, I ain't gonna lie to you. It felt kind of regular. I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Well, let me ask you this then. So at the time you're making 100,000 a year or 6 figures a year, all right? Could you imagine yourself making 6 figures a month?
Nah, ever. Well, I ain't gonna say ever, but because I always kind of had that in my mind, but I was, that's a big difference. That's a big jump.
It's a huge difference.
That's a big jump.
That's a huge difference. So let me ask you this. If you are making 100,000 a year, okay, are you the person that can make 100,000 a month? Are you
Absolutely.
that person at that
Absolutely.
time? Okay.
Absolutely.
You can let me put it this way then. Do you have the wherewithal at that time to make $100,000 a month, or do you have to become that person?
You got to.
You know what's crazy? I think it's. I was talking to somebody about this the other day.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at all of the things that I'm doing, and it's like, obviously it's knowledge, but I think it's more so confidence too. I think confidence plays a major role in your ability to produce income because I don't. I probably would have felt uncomfortable making some of the money that I make now. You know, it's just confidence. I think.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I grew up poor. You know, I grew up in a household, we put money on the light bill. We didn't
Ooh,
pay the light bill.
ooh.
Oh,
How much
hey,
can I
hey,
put?
Okay.
but you speaking of some people reality right now, though,
Yeah,
dog.
we put money on the light bill. You know, we put $4 or $5 worth of gas in the car. Fill it up. Fill it up. Are you kidding me?
That happened.
I was a grown A man before I ever said fill it up. I'm talking about way grown. So
Mm,
when you come up with that, now you're talking about the mindset, or how you look at money, or how you feel about money, or how you perceive money. Okay. So if I'm going to the store, and I remember my mother saying, okay, she didn't talk about go sit, she sent me to the store, and her word was not brand name. Her word was find the cheapest
wow,
and bring it back. That was my job. Look for find the cheap. Do you know how long it took me to get out of that mindset?
wow.
I was taught that from the
Yes,
beginning.
yeah,
So that was my mindset. When I started making money, so when I started getting those higher paychecks, that was a really good feeling. You
yeah.
know, so when I was driving a car and it needed tires, I'm looking for retreads.
Mm.
Look for the cheapest tires.
I'm looking for retreads. I'm
That's
looking
the unsafest tires too.
Listen, I'm telling all of that stuff. Oh, used tires, used tires.
$40 a
Wow.
tire.
Okay, so do you know what I'm talking about? Y'all don't know what I'm talking about.
I do. Shit. I just got out there by said I'm a cheap boy.
You
I'm a
still
cheap
cheap with
skate.
it out.
Oh, I got a little better, but I'm a cheap one.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
yes, sir.
so Byron, what you're saying is, with that mindset, but that can shift by, you start doing some reading, you get a mentor, or whatever it takes for you to start thinking about money in a different way, not as a limited resource, but an unlimited one.
Mm.
It is unlimited. When you start talking about the trillions of dollars that are out there to be made, and understand that there's no limit to how much money you can make, that has a lot to do with where we're going to go in life, as far as how much we're going to make and how we feel about it. So
Facts.
if I need to feel like $1,000,000, then I might go out and buy something I can't afford so I can feel like it.
Mm.
Mm. You think a lot of people need to feel that way though?
Well, you tell me. You go to you go to the spot.
Yeah, you right.
You
A
tell
lot,
me.
a lot of people need that feeling.
They
What?
need that feeling.
So you think a lot of people want that feeling because they never had it? They just want to feel like, how does it feel to have that?
Maybe
Do
they
that?
grew up. Maybe they grew up like me.
Gotcha.
Maybe
So
they grew up like me.
you want to feel that?
Definitely.
Mm.
It took a while before I could understand it. I remember reading the book, As a Man Thinketh. This about this thin, all right, As a Man Thinketh. That's when I started turning that idea around, that you could make whatever you wanted to make, but you had to change your perception that money was not a limited resource, because now you're dealing with that subconscious mind, that mind that says this is limited. It isn't enough. There isn't enough. And so when you're trying to tell yourself that go for it, but in the back of your mind there isn't enough, that's like trying to drive a car with one foot on the brake. One foot on the brake, one foot on the gas. One part of you saying, I got to get it. The other part is saying, yeah, you're not that guy.
Mm.
Hmm.
And that's what we're dealing with when it comes to all this. First, we got to believe You are not the person to that. If your goal is to make $1 million, you are not that person yet. You can't handle it. You don't know what to do with it. If somebody dropped $1 million in your lap, you'd mess it up. So you have to become that person. So you start reading, you start going to classes, you do whatever you got to do to change your mind about resources and that they're unlimited and you're worthy.
I think
I
there's
just
a
thought
first
about
step.
something. I thought about something in that conversation that you said. I think a lot of the reasons why I didn't feel much of a difference is because I didn't go out and buy a whole bunch of stuff.
Mm.
I think that's I think, you know, because maybe I just didn't get the feeling. I missed the feeling because my goal wasn't to buy a whole bunch of stuff that I couldn't, that made me feel like I had
Made the
reached,
money.
I guess, these certain financial goals. I didn't go out and buy a bunch of stuff because I always looked at, I ain't gonna say I always, but when I started making more money, I looked at my job as my investment partner, meaning my W-2 is my investor. That's who is investing into my bigger goals. And so the more money I made outside of the things that I bare bit minimum needed, all of that money, I just looked at it as I'm just going to put this money towards what I want to invest in to create more income. You know, I was talking to not to put his business out there, you know what I'm saying? But I was talking to I was talking to Brian last night, right? And you know, they literally pulled out close to like $1 million, right? In refis. And he ain't go out and buy no new car, not nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? He ain't like, bro, like if
You got a
you
regular car.
yeah, bro, like what I'm saying is, it's like, think about this, bro. Think about this.
All right,
And he
so
literally was like, yo, I just reinvested it. We just reinvested it between him and Coop. You know, they some properties. They just reinvested all of it damn near. Think about that. Just think about the, like,
that's
okay,
mind blowing.
you pull out $1 million, you pull
Tax
out $1
free.
million tax free, right? Think about this, folks. You pull out $1 million tax free within a 4-month period. You don't go buy a new vehicle. You don't go buy nothing fancy, and you
Go buy a bigger
literally
house.
reinvest close to all of it. Think about that. Who doing that? So that's why when people get to saying, damn, well, if I had the ability to make that much money, or if I had the ability to get that access to that much money, then I wouldn't be broke either. No,
No,
you're
you got broke
no.
mindset now. You gonna have it later.
You're gonna have it later. Like what put him in position to be able to do that was the mindset from the beginning.
Yeah.
The investment mindset from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Who else doing that though? Oh,
Not many. I
Nope.
ain't gonna lie. If I do that, I need at least 10% for myself.
I'm pretty
Listen.
sure, right? But I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, think about that though.
When you grow up not having it, you know, not having it, always struggling. When I started to make some money, you know, and I started carrying a money clip, which bills do you think were on the outside?
Hundreds. You
Because
see, I always put them dollars on the outside.
what that's now, but I do that now. But when I started making it, because my mindset about money was poor, I put the big bills on the outside.
Wow.
Not so that I could find them, that if I pull my money clip out, somebody would see them.
That's crazy. I wonder if
That's real,
I'm just telling you.
that's
so
real
much
though.
money I got in mine. Look.
Okay. So now you're right about that. Well, here's my money clip now. No bills at all. Just cards.
Oh, you got two of them. You got 2 clips.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
one clip can't hold them all. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, but when the mindset shifts, you think differently about it, because now there is no lack of money. Money is like, you want to put yourself where you become a magnet.
Money magnet.
A money magnet. So when things start happening, like something fell in our laps the other day. All right. And if this, I'm gonna go by and take a look at that house. I got the lockbox code
Nice.
to go look at this house. I got one of my clients said, I'm getting cash offers for my house. And I told him, well, what's really happening? That's a wholesaler.
Yeah.
And I explained wholesaling. They never heard the term wholesaling before. They didn't know what it was about. Now they know what it's about. And with Byron and myself schooling that person, they got to see firsthand that this person was a wholesaler, and they offered they offered them an unbelievable deal. And then when the homeowner went for it, they start backing off the deal, just like you said they would.
Absolutely. So, I knew it, because the math did math. So I told him, I was like, man, look, because I'm a transparent guy. Like, I think, and people appreciate that. I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to be your best offer if I'm really not your best offer. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to tell you, look, man, if they come through with that crazy ass offer, take that, because they crazy. Yeah. And you gonna win big, Mr. Seller, if you get that offer, straight up. And I told him, is that what I told him?
It's exactly what you told him. That's exactly what you told him. And so now I'm in this. I'm taking the class. I'm learning how to do some other things. And so my point is this: I wasn't looking for a wholesale deal, but my reticular activating system recognized a deal. What's the reticular activating system? You know what? When you buy a particular car, and now you see that car and the same color all over the place.
Absolutely.
Now they were always out there, but you never noticed it before.
Facts.
So now my reticular activating system is looking for opportunities to make the cash that I have written down. Do you know how many times I've revised that number up to get to the point where that I made my first $100,000 in a month? Okay? I have not made $200,000 in a month yet, but guess what? It's written down. And when it's written down and I focus on that, then another opportunity comes along, says, oh, this is another opportunity to get closer to that goal.
Facts.
Right? And so you recognize it, and so you jump on it. Now, when your mind is not in tune to what's happening out there, that I could have heard about that deal and it just went right over my head.
Right over your head. You would have been saying, ain't no opportunities out here.
Yeah.
You could have easily been that guy.
Yeah, and just kept on going. Now I recognize that. And you know what they said? They said, well, shoot, we know Don. We trust him. Why don't we let him wholesale it?
Absolutely.
You make some money and help him out.
There you go. Now, do I know everything I need to know about wholesaling? No, I do not. Okay. I know enough to recognize it, but do I know how to put all the paperwork together? I could say, I'm going to go out here and watch a few videos on YouTube and put it all together. Or I can call an experienced person in and say, listen, let's JV on the deal.
Absolutely.
And you teach me how to do this so I could be ready for the next time around.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
That's the best way to do it.
I know. Listen, I've heard y'all say it. It's the best way to do it. So
that's how you get to the closing table for real. Because most people, they get their first contract and they don't never close
it. So listen, so I could put myself in a position to get 100% of nothing.
Facts.
Or 50% of something.
50% of something.
I agree with that.
So that's the mindset now. That's the mindset now. So I can learn how to be the person that makes $200,000 a month and not mess it up. So that's kind of that's kind of what you guys are teaching. I appreciate that, because we as a people need to be in a position where we can understand that I will be able to see an opportunity and seize the opportunity. And there's nothing in the back of my mind saying, yeah, that ain't you. And we shoot ourselves in the foot because subconsciously you're not, I believe I'm not worthy. And that is something that you really have to deal with. And some people may have to do some counseling to get over that money trauma.
Facts.
Because Don had some serious money trauma.
Facts.
Most people do.
Most people do and don't know it.
So how do we get over that? How do we get over that money trauma? How did you all do it? Because listen, you went to high school with some folks, that are still living in their high school glory days.
Facts.
That's a lot of them. Oh my
Okay.
God.
Okay. So how did you do it? How can you help other people do it? Because what you're talking about here, folks, you have an opportunity. Everybody that's listening to this live and they will watch the replay. To get over the money trauma, it's going to take some work. Now, how much work are you going to put in? Do you want to talk to somebody? Do you want to read some books? What kind of work do you need to put in? Because it's going to take work to get out of that old mindset into the new mindset where your ability to make money grows and you have an unlimited what's the word I'm looking for? There's no limit to how much money you can make. None. How many people can you serve and how well can you serve them? That is going to create income for you. So you're building how many units now?
Oh man, we got about 70 in the queue.
70 in the queue. So you'll be able to serve a lot of people.
A lot.
And by serving those people, will that increase your income?
Very much so.
And then will you be able to serve some more people later on down the line because of it?
Very much so.
There you go. The more people you serve and you serve them well, and I see your videos and how well you're building those buildings.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So when you're building them well, so listen, I saw the video where you're saying you don't want moisture to get down in your window well and mess up your house. Okay.
Absolutely.
Keep the termites out. Put some tape.
Absolutely.
Listen, though I'm watching them. I'm seeing it. So will I ever build anything? I don't know. Probably not. That's not my thing. But if I have an opportunity to get in on something, I have at least a little bit of knowledge to say, you know what? Let me talk about this opportunity is coming to me. I want to make the most of it. I saw this video that's clicking in the back of my head. Let me go to somebody that put the video out and let me see how I can invest in this deal. If I came to you, Byron, and said, here's a deal for me. I want to invest in it. Here's what's going on. I trust you enough to tell me the right thing so I can invest properly.
Absolutely.
Because I'm putting in the time now to change my mindset.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think as the first step to making my money is having a confidence, as Byron says, and also knowing it's out there for you to make. Like Don says, I had to do it. I had to read stories of other people. Like that's what I like to do now. I like to read other people's stories and see how they did it. Because I know if they can do it, I can do the same thing. I just got to put myself in position to make that thing happen. And I used to do that while working at a job. I used to read how to become a millionaire real estate investor, something like that. And I would go all the way to the back and read, like, there'll be 40 pages of people becoming millionaires in real estate. It'd be school teachers. It'd be a neighborhood mechanic.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I was the same person. So I read their story, how they did it. And I just went ahead and implemented the same thing. So you got to realize anybody can do it. It's just you have to have the right mindset to do it. If you don't have the right mindset to do it, you'll never do it.
You never do it.
You can't think like, "Ooh, I'm gonna make it to the top," and not put the work in. You can't be like, "Ooh, I'm gonna make it to the top on buy these nice things," but I don't have no vehicle to take me to my destination. You got to have a vehicle to take you to that destination where you want to go. If you want to design all the nice stuff, that's cool. But how can you make that happen for yourself?
I want to speak to that. I want to speak to that specifically. I want to speak to what I did, right? To start generating a lot of income. And I want to speak to, and I want to also infuse what I would do now if I was starting all over again and I was trying to make some money. And then, done. I would love to hear y'all's take on this. But I know what I did, right? The first thing I did was I got me a good job situation. I think it's critical that we find a job that pays us well enough to take care of our basic needs consistently, right? And then if it was me, I would figure out some type of tracking tool to be able to track all of my expenses. You can use Rocket Money. You can use Mint. Well, Mint no longer anymore, but Rocket Money. Any tool that allows you to track your day-to-day expenses. And then the next thing I want to do is I want to start firing my brain on as many things as possible. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm putting everything on auto pay. I'm putting everything that I possibly can put on auto pay. So that's one less thing I have to think about. And then after that, I want to focus the majority of my energy, whether I'm at work or I'm off work, on how I can make more money, what vehicle I can use on the side to generate an exponential amount of money. Because here's the thing. After you have the 9 to 5, let's say you're making $50,000, $60,000 a year, right? And you're trying to get to that 100 grand in 8 months. It's a lot of things you can do to make that happen, right? You can wholesale a deal. Again, you may not even recognize that these deals are flying around you all the time. Wholesale deals are flying around you all the time, but because you're not tapped in, you may not recognize it. You may do a fix and flip. One rehab can literally yield you about 50, 60 grand on one deal. Here's another thing that people discount. Hotel deals. Hotel deals. You don't have to fix anything. Matter of fact, a hotel deal is a better deal, right? A lot of times than a fix and flip. Don't touch that. Look, buy the house, know that you're buying it under market, and just list it on the MLS. Don't do nothing to it. Maybe cut the grass. Maybe do a little bit to just spruce it up. But if I can do a hotel deal, I'm doing a hotel deal, and I'm not touching that property. I ain't fixing and flipping nothing. A lot of times people fix and flip stuff based out of ego. You want to see this thing manifest into something beautiful because you did it. But at the end of the day, if you're really doing it to make the most sense, extra income, just buy the property, list it right back on the MLS at a higher price. And you'd be surprised. You may make 20, 30, 40 grand just doing that alone, not doing anything.
You may have to come out of pocket maybe 2,000 because you got to think about all the things like if whoever buy it, they got to do inspection. Your electrical meter may not be able to part for finances, so you may have to change that. That's usually the biggest things on fix and flip is that damn electrical meter.
Absolutely. So yeah. I would focus my energy, all of my energy, on finding me a hotel, right? Either a hotel or a wholesale deal, right? Or Darby putting up flipping some land, right? I would be hesitant on land unless depending on where it's at, because sometimes land can take a little longer to sell. Just straight up. Not all the time, but it's not going to be as fast as a house for sure. So I would say I would do that, do my regular job, because and a lot of times I think we overcomplicate it because we want a lot, and it's nothing wrong with that. But what's wrong with just making an additional 60, 70, 80,000, maybe, $20,000, $30,000. What's wrong with that, bro? Like,
everybody deserves it.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, don't get distracted. Don't do too much. Don't change too much. Allow that regular job to become your first investor. And if you're not paying yourself first, that was the first thing I learned. I started paying myself first. I got to a point to where I say, you know what? I'm not going to these people's job not one more day if I can't put aside a certain amount of stash for myself to invest in my business. A lot of us don't even do that. We'll spend every single dollar in our check, every dollar. Listen, somebody is not going to get paid if I can't get paid while I'm working.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a damn. If I'm going to clock in and do all of this work just for everybody else to reap the benefits of my 40 hours, you crazy. That's the first problem. That's the first problem in my mind that differentiates the people who are successful and the people who are unsuccessful. The people who are successful and the people who are unsuccessful, the first thing they tell themselves is that I don't have enough money. Bullshit. You make enough money right now to pay yourself. And if you don't, you just listen, you're wasting your time. Because here's the thing, you can make what I realized. I know people who make $100,000 a year still talking about they don't make enough money to afford their life.
They have too much.
And they don't have enough money to save.
They have too much bills. They want.
And then I know people who will make $30,000 and gonna always be able to put something to the side for themselves.
Facts.
So it's a mentality thing. So my thing is, I'm gonna figure out a way to pay myself first. If you are not paying yourself first, then somebody need to get cut off of your money train.
It's a fact. You supplying too much money to too many people.
Not just that, that's the most dissatisfying life ever. When you go to work and literally every single dollar that you make is already spent, that is a depressing lifestyle.
And you could change it.
You hate your job, you hate your kids, you hate your
life.
family,
you hate your dog.
You hate your dog because you know that you are literally working like a slave
for them,
and nothing benefits you out of the deal. And the only thing you're doing is just working to support your lifestyle that you can barely afford.
Wow.
Trust me, you will do yourself the biggest favor by just making sure that you pay yourself first, because you're going to change because you're going to see progress. Every single paycheck, you're going to see yourself getting $200 extra a month in the account, $300 extra a month in the account, $1,000 extra a month in the account. That's powerful. What's your thoughts on that, O?
Bro, I agree 100%. Like my mindset going in when I first started to invest in real estate, started my side business, my goal was to make $10,000 a month. Why $10,000 a month? That was $120,000 a year. I could live great off of $10,000 a month. So at the age of 23, my goal was, how could I make $10,000 a month? So I started buying rentals. If I buy 30 rentals, that's make me $300 a month. That's $10,000 a month. So that was my primary focus. $10,000 a month, buy rentals. Then once I figured out, yes, I want to buy rentals, how could I buy rentals, as many rentals as possible, without coming out of my pocket? Because of course it's gonna take years to buy 30 rentals coming up with 20%, 10%. That's when I started learning and listening to creative finance. This is all the way in 2016, before it got all popular and all that. My first rental, no money out of pocket. I got paid to buy the house, $22. That cash flow was $280 or something like that. I was cool with that because I didn't bring no money to the table. I had $44,000 in equity. I'm cool with that. Now I could take a line of credit off the equity and go buy more houses. It all makes sense. But for me, all that happened because I changed my mindset. Like I was telling y'all earlier, y'all got to read this book right here. Read this book right here. They got 44 pages of people's stories. They got regular jobs, 44 pages. And guess what? Only one of them black. Only one of them black. It is a female. Like this is from my job. I was using this. Once you get some new uniforms, you fill out your little uniform thing, you get no uniforms. This is still my bookmarker right now. So if they got 44 pages of people that put their pants on just like me, they put their shirt on just like me, that could make this happen, why couldn't I make it happen? And that's what I did. Made it happen. I got to 10,000 a month, I think, in 2 years. $10,000 a month in 2 years. I was 25, making 10,000 a month strictly off of rentals. That's the book right here. It's long. It's like 300 something pages, but you just read what you need and keep it pushing. It took me like 4 years to finish that whole book because I'm not finna read the whole book and then go take action. I'm gonna read a chapter and take action on that chapter. That's your problem. Y'all want to read 8 books before y'all make something happen. Did I answer your question? What was your question, bro?
So tell me this: what would you do? What did you do? Well, you did kind of break down what you did, but what would you do with the things that you know now? What would you do to get $100,000 in the account in 8 months?
If I was to do it all over again, definitely check my credit, see if my credit is where it needs to be. If it's not, I'm gonna go start networking and find somebody that has good credit that wants to invest in real estate as well. And I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna try to find me a fix and flip or a hotel, a hotel deal. I'm gonna truly understand what it is. I'm gonna educate myself. I'm gonna go back and do it exactly what I did. Watch YouTube videos all day. Read books just like that all day, because that's training my mindset to know what to do when the right opportunity comes. The worst thing is opportunities come all the time. It's just we don't know what to do with those opportunities. So I'm gonna train my mind on what to do once those opportunities come, and then I'm gonna start looking for those opportunities. They got opportunities every day. I mean, everywhere, every day. It's just you don't know what to do with that opportunity. You don't know what the opportunity look like because your mind ain't trained for that. So you have to train your mind to know what an opportunity look like. You have to train your mind to know how to take advantage of an opportunity when an opportunity is presented. Because you got to realize all these people that's making 60,000 a year, 30,000 a year, they are passing up opportunities every day. It's just their mind isn't trained for that. Their mind is trained to, let's hurry up and get to the Friday so I can go ahead and buy these bottles, buy this new outfit, so I can go have fun because I deserve to have fun because I had a long work week. No, you don't deserve to have fun. No, I'm sorry. So once you get out of that mindset, that's when you start really go train yourself.
You know why I think, not to cut you off, you know why I think people feel like they deserve that?
Why is that? Because
that to me that speaks to me that that's the only enjoyment that they're getting out of working that hard.
That is.
If their job was their investment partner, they wouldn't think that way.
Right.
Because they'd be getting something out of the deal every paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to work and you're not paying yourself, that's exactly how you're gonna feel. And that to me is almost like a depression loop mechanism. You literally are depressed and you have to go buy something or go do something that's reckless to make yourself feel better about your horrible situation.
Yeah. If I was, everybody here, you got to set goals for yourself, bro. If I don't save $3,000 in the next 60 to 90 days, I am not buying anything extra because I don't deserve it. You got to have self goals, man. You got to. If I don't buy a house in the next 90 days, I will not buy a purse. I will not buy. I will not go out to eat with my friends. You got to have self goals for yourself, and you got to be serious. I think there's a problem too, Byron. A lot of people don't have serious, intentional goals for themselves. Like for me, I was 100%. Like if I don't do a certain thing, I'm not doing nothing. Like I'm not. I don't deserve to do it because I didn't reach the goals I have for myself. And I think that's the problem.
Yeah, man.
I used to write all my goals down. 10,000 a month, 10,000 a month, 100K a year. If you write it down and actually put in the work, that come way faster than you expected.
Byron, the thing that you're talking about, pay yourself first. I learned about that reading The Richest Man in Babylon. Have you read that book? Richest Man in Babylon. That's where that's a concept that's taught in that book. So get that book. Here's the first book that helped me.
Absolutely.
All right, was my Bible. All right. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Okay. And then there's a verse in the Bible, as a man thinketh. This is the first book I read all the way through, is As a Man Thinketh. All right. As a Man Thinketh. Then the greatest salesman in the world. These are just some of the books off my shelf. The greatest salesman in the world. All right. Here is The Go-Giver. All right. The Go-Giver. The E-Myth. All right. So these are some books. Oh, let's not forget about this one. Okay. Shameless plug. All right. So here's what we're talking about is changing that. I think it keeps going back to changing that mindset so that you can recognize an opportunity when it comes along. Opportunities are all around us.
Facts.
But we're not on the same frequency as that opportunity, so we don't recognize it.
Yep.
So Jasmine put in, I want to get Darby in on this too. But Jasmine put in the chat, she said, what does paying yourself look like? Well, I can share this, right? So this is one of the first things I did specifically. I went to this site. It's another one I went to as well, and it's called Wealthfront. But I went to this one. They both do the same thing. Betterment is the first way that I started investing paying myself first. So this is an investment savings account. It's no different from kind of like a 401k, but a personal one, right? And you can go in it, take money in and out of it whenever you need to. It's liquid. It's more liquid. It's not completely liquid. So what you do is you set this thing up to just take money out of your account however you want to do it. I have mine set up every 2 weeks. Yeah. It just comes out, right? And I have two of them. I have this one and I have Betterment. Wealthfront. I'm going to show you this one real quick. Hold on. Let's see. This is Wealthfront. This one is a little bit more expensive to get involved in. But my first version of paying myself was to get these set up because I didn't at first have the discipline to just pull the money out and put it into a savings account, right? And so I said, well, at least at minimum, I'm going to set aside a certain amount of money every single month in these two accounts, right? And worst case scenario, I at least got these. The good thing about these is that not only are you saving your money, but you're also investing your money at the same time. Okay. So it's kind of like, as you see here, it's kind of like you setting up your own emergency fund account. And what I like about it is not only am I saving money, but I'm also investing my money at the same exact time. So I get that immediate gratification of knowing that, listen, my money is working for me and I'm paying myself first. Then the next level of that is taking a certain amount of money and just stashing that into your account. But you got to give it a purpose. You can't just save money just to save money, because at some point you're just going to figure out a way to spend it. You're going to figure out a way to spend it. You have to give that money a purpose. What is that money going towards? What investment are you looking to use that money for, right? To what's the purpose of it? Because I'm telling you, money without a purpose will eventually just get squandered. And I've done it. I'm sure everybody else that have just tried to, I'm not the only person that then thought that you was going to just save money just for the sake of saving money. To me, that don't work for me. I literally got to have a reason why I'm saving this money or it will get squandered. So what I did was, yeah, you're going to spend it, bro. You're going to bless yourself, right? At some point and just do something crazy. So I gave myself a purpose. I was like, look, this is going to be what I use to invest in my business to do this, invest in my business to do that, whatever it may be. For some people, it may be a vacation, right? Right. You may take that money and use it for use some of it for a vacation. I don't use all of it. Right. And I don't care what your reason is for, but I think it needs to have a purpose. And then you allow that to just start to grow. But you need to at all times be paying yourself something every time you go to work. If you're not getting nothing out of the deal when you go to work, that is that I'm telling you, set yourself up for failure. You're just not gonna like your life. You're not gonna like your life.
I agree
Darby,
with
what
that.
you think about this, man?
I'd also say, man, a lot of people have 401ks at their job. So if the job pays 6%, do the 100% match.
Absolutely.
That money will grow more than you think. And then if you quit, like I did, I took that money out and I went and buy a house with it.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Darby.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
All right, bet. Just the, I mean, y'all hitting the nail on the head with everything. But I think where people fall out of place with being consistent with paying yourself and paying bills on time and not being broke, you got to get a rhythm of everything on your bills. Try to set up payment due dates for everything at one time, right? And then you'll be okay. So, for example, for me, in the past, I wasn't making much. Right? I had a two income household. We were probably making about 60, 65,000, maybe 70 total in the house. So about 35,000 each. Our rent was like 850, 850, 900. Mind you, this was a long time ago. Car payments was probably about 650 a month. And then all we had was electric and then insurance and stuff like that. But for some reason, we was always broke. So I made an Excel sheet trying to figure out like, yo, like this
Where
don't
the
make
money
sense.
going?
All of our, we make more than enough. We make more than enough. And the fact is that no, we didn't have a rhythm. And two, we were just spending on shit. And it just didn't make sense. And it was being irresponsible. And it was a struggle trying to get on. But you got to go broke for at least a month or two to get on rhythm so you won't buy extra shit. And once you go broke, you realize you don't need that extra stuff that you was buying. Eat in the house, pay your bills on time, set up a payment plan for things that you can pay at a certain date, and make sure everything's on rhythm. Once you get that rhythm, you can do anything you want. You can start paying yourself. You can start setting money aside for investments and stuff like that. But people just spend and don't calculate for the following weeks, and that's what messes everybody up.
You ain't lying. Like not that you saying that, like a lot of people that have jobs, you start to act like your surroundings. I know when I had my
Yep.
job, bruh, these guys going to lunch every day. I'm talking about breakfast, go to the store, lunch, go to even go to the store for snacks. I did the math. They were spending between $250 and $270 per week just on food.
Yep.
I would bring my lunch every day. Hey, we about to go to the store, go run to the store, get some energy drinks. Anybody need
Cool.
some?
Great.
Hell no, I don't need shit. Mm-mm. They go to the store. I'm telling you, we just stopped to the store for like a snack. $20, bro. Beef jerky, chips, energy drinks. Like, bro, what the fuck is going
Beef
on?
jerky $10 by itself.
Bro, and this is everyday activity. Everyday activity. So I started calculating, bro. I started asking, let me see your receipt real quick. Boom, 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 boom. I said, bro, you know you spending $260 a week on this food ain't even healthy.
Facts.
And those same people are out of shape. The same people complain that they don't have enough money. They're not making enough money. Man, I've been working this job for 2 years. I need a raise. No, you need to decrease your expenses. Like
Fact.
at the job, bro, you gotta just sit down and just listen. People make great money, but they're not living the life they want to live, and they buying all kind of stuff. Like I remember at my job, a dude needed to work for the people that's from Louisiana or whatever, knows familiar with plants. They have a thing called shutdowns, turnarounds, whatever. That's when a plant shut down for like 6 weeks or whatever. And that's when you work 12 to 16-hour shifts to redo the plant to make it come back on. But anyway, one guy was like, man, I got this house in the contract. The closing date is this, but I really, really need to work this 4-week job to actually buy my house. I don't have enough money to buy my house. Why are you trying to buy a house if you know you don't have the money to buy the house? Look, another thing. The same guy, he bought the house, cool. This dude house was fully furnished the first week he bought the house. Bro, the manager said, I've been in my house 5 years. It still ain't fully furnished. He went pull out credit cards. He went do the finance at the furniture stores. Now he just put himself in, let's just say, another $15,000 to $20,000 worth of debt. I'm talking about furniture, TVs. He even got pictures on the wall, wallpaper. Whole house look like is listed on the MLS staged. First week he bought his house.
Listen, I heard it best from what's his name? MG, the mortgage guy or something like that. He said, don't be house rich and cash poor.
Oh,
yeah. Shit, I was like that before. That's when I was like, man, I
so much
gotta start doing more things. Too many rooms.
This right here may be a little controversial. And some people may not be able to get this, but you know what? You know what helped me? I believe it helped us in general. Is number one, we use this. I use meal preps. That, you know, like if you're not a cook and you know that you're not feeling like, you know, or you know, in conjunction with maybe packing a lunch. This right here, if you have the budget to do it, hell of a way to save and make your
life
food budget simple. You know what I'm saying? Because you go to something like this, you're gonna eat some healthy food. They're gonna send you the food consistently. This is Factor, but they have tons of these meal prep companies. This helped me a ton. You know what else helped me a ton? Hiring somebody to clean up my house.
Yes, sir.
Save me tons of hours of time, right?
Tons of thinking hours.
Absolutely. Like paying somebody, these are things that I feel like, even though they give you an expense, but they take so much, they give you so much of your time back that I feel like it's worth having.
Yeah.
Meal preps, people to clean up your house.
I'll say another thing.
What's that?
Giving yourself a uniform to wear to work.
Yes. And giving yourself a uniform to wear throughout day to day. Me personally, listen, I go and these are high quality shirts. I buy packs and packs. I wish I had what you got, but I buy packs of these black shirts. It's the same brand. And it's black. I got some white ones, different color ones, green, different colors. But I buy these shirts and I buy these certain pants. And I keep my wardrobe very simple. My ideas in terms of what I have to think about, what I have to wear is very, very
minimal,
very limited. I ain't got a bunch of options, and I like it that way. Even though I got a bunch of clothes, I don't even wear all of the clothes that I got. I'm really considering giving away like a lot of the stuff that I own, just because I don't wear it. I wear it a lot of the same things every single day, just to decrease the amount of things that I have to think about whenever I'm getting ready to go and venture into my day. I don't want to think about too much.
People don't realize the cost of thinking.
Yeah.
Bro.
If you don't have a work uniform, it's going to take you 30 to 45 minutes to think of what to wear. Because in your head, you'll be like, man, I know this is going to look good. You put it on, you like a box. It don't look good. So you got to go look for something else. You done waste 30 to 45 minutes, bro.
Just to find out you look like a box. Oh, my God. Bro,
you put the same 2-3 shirts on, you got the same 2-3 pants, bro. Put that joint on, you good.
Wow.
Yeah, man. But let's get into how we can pay off mortgages off sooner.
Yeah, let's do that.
Get that free savings and earnings report, ice10k.com.
Yes, indeed.
Listen to me, y'all. But one of his mentees took us through one of their programs, and I paid off my mortgage. But guess what happened? My marriage went to a whole nother level. And you know why? Because my wife is a security freak. And even when I blew up, my wife would be like, oh, you blew up, but how long is you gonna keep making this kind of money? I was like, I don't know, forever. She's like, you sure? Because I'm gonna keep my license as a nurse just in case you don't. So when I paid the house off, my boy was like, you ain't gotta do that, you can do this. But when I paid the house off using that program, It took the stress level all the way down for my wife because we no longer had a mortgage. Does that make sense? That thing that was coming every month, that was getting on her nerves, we didn't have that no more. And so she was at rest.
That free savings and earning report at ice10k.com, man.
Absolutely. What I love about that.
Imagine how good you feel if you pay off your mortgage. You ain't got to think
bro,
about
come
it.
on, imagine it.
At the beginning of the month, you ain't got to think about it. Oh, man, I got to pay this $1,500. Oh,
Let me say this to help folks out. You don't need more money to pay off your mortgage. You need to pay less interest. So there's a difference. So when people talk to me, say, Don, where's the money going to come from? I say, can you afford to pay less? Because that's what's really going on. You're paying less interest. Therefore, more of the money that you already have goes to the principal to pay down the loan. It's a whole new way of thinking about it. Don't go into this thing or thinking about, well, Don's going to take all of my money so I can't enjoy life. No, that's the thing that we talk about is how can I enjoy life, pay less interest, pay off my loans faster, and save more money all at the same time. It sounds impossible, but it's not. It's just math. We're going to show you how.
Hey, man, go get that free savings and earning report. ice10k.com. What you waiting on?
Facts. Say that. Listen, man. I think, a lot of this, man, at least for me, is I'm just learning to do my life a little bit better, do my life a little bit, easier, simplify the things that don't need to be complicated, right? So when I think about scaling a business, right, the art of scaling a business the proper way is really just simplifying the things that don't need to be complicated.
Yep.
So when you're meal prepping, you're really just simplifying something that don't need to be complicated. When you're buying, outfits that you don't have to do too much or think too much, you're just simplifying things that don't need to be complicated. You just literally save yourself probably hundreds of hours throughout the year for you to focus on things that make you more productive as a human being, right? And if you look at a lot of some of the richest people in the world, like Mark Zuckerberg, that's the reason why I kind of adopted this concept. He wears the same thing every day. You get what I'm saying? These guys are not going in their closet and just looking around for 30, 45 minutes, right? How much does 45 minutes add up to in a year? Every single day, just on an outfit. Think about this, y'all.
That's how I got the same mindset. There's a lot of wealthy individuals. They have a work uniform. They're entrepreneurs, but they have a uniform. Like if it's a suit and tie, it's the same suit and tie, but they may switch the shirt. It may be 3 shirts. Shoes, they may only have 2 pairs of shoes. Black and brown, that's it. The belt, they may have 2 belts. Black and brown. So they got the same items. Whatever what it is. Boom, it's right there. You got to think about how much time it takes to put on the outfit. That take a lot of time, bro. Because I remember when I first quit my job, became a full-time entrepreneur, but I was wearing different clothes every day. I said, man, I can't do this no more. I'm playing this class 30 minutes, bro.
30 minutes.
You
know how much time that is over? Bro, let's do that real quick. 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day on an outfit, right? Think about this. I'm finna do some math. Huh?
Times 365. Because you do the same thing for church. You do the same thing when you go out.
30 minutes times. Let me just see what it do.
That's on the low end. And that's for males.
That's 150 hours. That's 150 minutes.
We ain't talking women. That's you need to add an hour on top of that.
Yeah. Yeah, you talking, bro. That I know in a year, bro, that's about just in minutes. But that's 10,950 minutes a year.
That's a few days. How many minutes in a day?
I don't know.
That's crazy when you add it up.
It's only 14. It's only 1,444 minutes in a day.
Hey, but here's the thing though. They got friends that walk around. He walk around like, oh, I ain't fresh. This ain't it. Nah. Shoot, when I was working at Walmart, dog, they was trying to be fresh at Walmart. I said, bro, we working at Walmart. They ain't paying us. This before they bumped it up to $15 an hour. They ain't paying us. How you got 250 J's on?
Oh yeah, that's a boy. They used to get their money from their girlfriend.
Hey, 110. I had one like that. I had a partner like that. But the thing was, though, it was like they was more worried about the image more than the grind.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to get up out of there. I was going to school. They was like, I had this little track hoodie that this little track little zip up. It was blue and had the same khakis. I had like 3 pair of khakis. Wore those every day. I said, yeah, I'm gonna look like this every day. I don't care if it got a bleach stain on it. I ain't about to buy nothing new. Had a bleach stain on. I still got it to this day.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I still got constant reminders of my progress throughout life. Like I still got the key from my first wholesale deal. I got down my key ring. And then I got my track hoodie I used to wear at Walmart. You know what I mean? Just like constant reminders of where I came from, and I'm proud of myself. You know what I mean? And I stuck it out, and I went broke for a while just so I could make sure my bills was paid, and I could put money into wholesaling, into the systems and processing and stuff like that. So, you know, it's just those things that people ain't willing to do these days because of the effects of social media and their peers. Mm-hmm. If you look like your peers for a long time, you're doing something wrong.
If you look like him, you're doing with the same thing they're doing.
Doing the same thing you're doing.
So let's get to some ways people can make some money, man, in the next 8 months. So the reason why we chose 8 months because we have 8 months left of the year, and we want people to hit, 100,000 in the next 6 months. So they got different, you can get you a better paying job, high paying job. You could actually start a business, which we talked about. Start a business in real estate, start a business in e-commerce. You can start your business in something, but just start you something. Investing in stocks, real estate. You can do yourself a fix and flip. You can do yourself a hotel deal. You can even do a few wholesale deals. You can do freelancing and consulting. If you're really good at something and everybody keep asking you help for it, you can start a consulting business. You can charge for your time. You can charge $250 an hour, $300 an hour, $400 an hour, whatever it is. If people keep asking for it, it's obvious it's a business there. Side hustles, you can do side hustles. I don't know if cutting grass will get you to 100,000, but maybe you can cut some grass. You can do something that produces a high amount of income that you can do on the side. They also got commission-based jobs, like you can be a car salesman. What else is commission based? RVs, you can sell what's some little buildings that everybody's starting to get in the back of their house.
Like ADU kind of like
you could sell them
ADU, but yeah.
You can sell all kind of stuff. And then the last one is creating an online business. I'll probably say an online business in real estate is probably the fastest way you could make 6 figures before the year's up. Reason being, online business is you can get in front of millions of people in a short amount of time. You just gotta do the right marketing, invest in the marketing that you're gonna do. Don't just be trying stuff out and thinking it's gonna work. Invest in a marketing course or a marketing mentor to actually learn Facebook ads, Instagram ads. You can either post whatever you're doing on pages like the Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked for more eyeballs. Because at the end of the day, you have to put your product in front of people's face. That's the only way they're gonna know about it.
Facts.
You have one good marketing month, you can hit that 6 figures in 30 days. You know what I'm saying? We didn't see people do it.
Absolutely.
One good real estate deal could make you 6 figures.
Oh yeah.
I didn't make 6 figures off of one deal. Byron didn't make 6 figures off of one deal. And then you break that down. Let's just say you got to believe in yourself that you can do it on one deal. But let's just say it takes you multiple deals, maybe 5 deals, $20K a piece, 4 deals, $25K a piece, 3 deals, $33,000 a piece. You got to look at it like that. It may cost you 10 deals at $10,000 a piece, but it's very obtainable. It could be a wholesale deal. It could be a flip. It could be a a hotel deal. It could be multiple different deals. So if you really break that down, 100K is very obtainable in real estate. It's very
You know,
obtainable.
Don, when I think about it, depending on what them pictures look like, the deal we looking at, that may be
Yeah.
a good hotel deal. I don't know if you're familiar with that strategy.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that. Help
Yeah,
me
we
out.
What's the numbers on your deal? Because this is Don's first wholesale deal, so this is a great situation.
Well,
And this is not what he's doing a regular. This is a side thing for Don.
Hey, and then I want to share y'all deal of mine as well. So I'm gonna let y'all.
so it's supposed to retail at 350 on the MLS, but you know, of course, there's no realtor involved because you said, O'Neal, if there's a realtor involved, it ain't a deal.
It could be, but that's,
Yeah.
that's 6%. You just give it away, bro.
Well, so there's no realtor involved, and then what we're looking at is if it's in good shape. You know, we're offering 220,000.
That's a hell
Not
of
bad.
yeah, those some good numbers. And
Yes.
so the reason why I say maybe hotel that deal is
Yeah.
because we literally can buy it and just put it back on the market.
So it's livable.
Yeah,
Okay.
if depending on what the pictures say, we're gonna look at the pictures. You know,
Yeah.
we may go in, spruce it up, put a little bit of carpet, some paint, and just and just resell it.
So I'm gonna take some pictures and some video today.
Absolutely.
Y'all got
All
on the
right.
contract yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Y'all got on the contract yesterday, right?
Yeah, but you know, but I saw that what you put out there, Byron.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So got a signed contract. I didn't even ask him to sign it because at first there was a little pushback. You know, because it said, well, we had an offer that's higher than that. So, you know, they wanted me to explain. I said, well, you know, we want to be upfront and be transparent. And I didn't want to give you an artificially high offer just to bring it back down and say, well, you know, we had, you know, because of the inspection, because of this or that, this is what our new offer is going to be. And since that already has happened to them, they figure out, they understand what's going on, the difference between the two offers. Okay. One that's going to be a good offer, or another one that's going to try to reel you in with an unusually high offer and then back it back down because this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. So we got the signed contract, going to go in and take a look at it, send the video and pictures over to Byron, and then we're going to go from there. He's going to give me some good advice.
Absolutely.
Sound like it could be a good hotel. Y'all got it 250, you said?
Yeah, we got it 220.
And it's worth
220.
350?
It's worth 350.
Shit. Y'all put y'all about 10,000 there, put it listed for about 345. 339.
And
You
go
know,
ahead and
Right
do a
up under
quick
the market. Right up under the market.
do a quick 70-80 band.
yeah.
And then you might get a little bidding war. They might throw you an extra couple just to secure it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'll give you all 355.
Yeah.
For sure.
So yeah, there's an opportunity here. So we're going to do what we got to do. But I didn't think about that. That's a strategy I didn't even think about, Byron.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
I sold a deal on Facebook Marketplace. We actually won a contract last night. I even listed that joint on MLS, straight Facebook Marketplace. Got me some professional photos. So what I did, I had it listed at 159.9.
Yeah,
I was getting a lot of offers, cash offers. I said, man, I deleted the post and I listed at 164.9. I got an offer at 166.
Yeah, Don. I think this one may be because it's a beautiful crib. It don't, but the tenant just moved out, so we don't know what the hell we're gonna be dealing with. Yeah. But if it's more of a make ready, Don, I think it'd be wise for us to just go ahead and buy it.
That's another thing, Byron. I think you need to talk about that. Your money making money, because if I understand what you're saying, and tell me if I'm wrong, is that you could be the bank on that deal. We set it up so that you're actually lending the money and you're going to make a percentage on the sale when you get the money back. I mean,
that's possible too, but I think even better. Either way, we gonna figure it out. I think it's a lot of ways we could do that to run that play. We could just get a hard money, you know what I mean? Just quick, Yeah, just get a quick hard
Burning
money.
your mortgage.
Yeah, close it
Yeah.
on out, and
Mhm.
just sell it. Yeah,
Yeah.
fix it up a little bit, put a little bit of money into it, sell it at the
So
highest.
so here again, I've never taken out a hard money loan. All right.
Yeah,
So
easy
so
one.
here's what I'm trying to here's what I wanted to say before, but I forgot. I'm bringing you in because there's an element of fear involved in making these decisions, because the fear is, can I do I want to try to attempt this on my own? And
Yeah,
the fear says don't do that. So the fear
could
actually,
be intelligence too.
well, it gives you courage to do the right thing, to bring somebody else in to that can help you with the deal. So there's
Absolutely.
always going to be an element of fear in there. Now, fear could also work the wrong way. I'm afraid of giving up too much money on the deal, and I want to make it all.
Yeah,
A lot of
absolutely.
people got that problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want my fear. I want my fear to give me, like you said, give me some intelligence.
Yeah. Yeah, we beat and got off of that thing. It'd be a beautiful. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna look at the pictures and go from there. If it's a beater, then we just wholesale it and get rid of it. If we could do some minor upgrades, I mean if it just need a little minor touches on it, and we could get some contractors in there and paint it up and clean up them carpets and all them different things like that. Man, we just buy it, list it, boom, sell it at a discount. And make yeah, make a real big, nice
That's
bag.
kind of what I'm in between right now. So Realtor actually bought me this deal. Mortgage on it is $150. It's a foreclosure situation.
Yeah.
Mortgage payments is $860 a month. Rental area is $2,500 a month. It's a 3-bedroom, like 2,800 square foot house. And it needs probably about 50-60 grand worth of work, but it's worth 365. So I'm like, I can either wholesale it, I can fix it and rent it out, or I can fix it and flip it. And then also, I would just remember one of damn, what's the strategy called? A wrap situation. So I was like, I can sell it on a wrap.
Yeah. You may be able to even take it over sub too, and then just turn around and hotel that.
That's the goal. That's what I'm gonna have to do, that sub too, because it goes on the docket for auction on the 20th. So I ain't got much time. And the reinstatement is only 30,000. Well, no, actually, I'm sorry. The reinstatement is actually 15,000, but they want 15 to walk away.
Got you. And how much equity is in it again?
Probably about 150, 160.
Any reason you just don't like take it over sub too, and then just hotel it?
Well, so I got to get. So the son is power of attorney. His mom's in a nursing home.
Got you.
So we're about to get that. Now the realtor is helping me out with the communication because she got a relationship with them. It's enough money where she can get paid too. So she gonna get that information to me today. So she gonna break it down to them, but I'm gonna try to slide in there. Like, listen, tell them they gonna get their money at closing, what they want, and we just gonna continue to make the payments on the mortgage, and they don't gotta worry about nothing else. I don't want her to throw out any lingo sub 2 or whatever, because that's gonna put fear in them. Yeah. But the son's like, just do whatever y'all need to do. I'm saying, all right, bet.
Yeah. I would give them that 15. This is just me personally. I would give them that 15. I take that property over subject to, close at a title company, turn right around and sell that joint on the market. That's what I would do. Boom. I would turn around and make probably 80 grand on that deal. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah.
Go in there, clean it up, make it smell good, clean it, spruce up them carpets, and be done with that.
See, the thing is, though, I'm thinking about the rap situation.
You halfway to 100 bands already.
Yeah, so I'm thinking if I give them the 80,
I ain't bullshit.
Yeah, I mean it's plenty of money to be made and plenty of avenues to skin his cat. So I was thinking you know, I probably all in 50, 60 at closing. I sell it to somebody on a wrap, collect maybe 30 at closing.
Yeah, you can do that too.
30, 40 at closing, because that somebody's in at 30 grand, 30, 40 grand, that's their down payment or whatever. And then I can make $400 a month. And they got plenty of room to still put some money into it and then still make $800 to $1,000 a month on the rent, depending on whatever they're
interested. I would say that's probably great for you, Darby, because you have the experience and you have the acumen to know how to do that. But I'm just speaking to the audience. I would tell anybody in the audience, man, listen, hotel that joint, make you a quick 50, 60, maybe even 80 grand on that deal, right? And then after you got that 50, 60, 80 grand sitting in your pocket, then you run to play that Darby ran, because that's a hell of an opportunity to hold on to. Yep. That's a hell of an opportunity to hold on to.
Yep. So here's the thing, Byron. So you're going to set up your LLC, and hopefully you put everything in a trust. Learn how to do all of that. But when you get that 80 grand and it goes into that bank account, okay, be realistic about how much money you're going to spend out of that, because what you want to do is what O'Neal was doing, is take the majority of that money and reinvest it into something else.
Absolutely.
Turn that money into something. Don't.
Well, you have to, because if not, the tax is going to eat you alive.
Eat you alive.
Yeah, you got to do it.
50% right off the bat.
Yeah. So you're going to have to put that money somewhere. You're going to have to duck it off somewhere.
Because you did not. Because if you get 80 grand, you didn't make 80 grand.
Man, about 30.
Yeah, you gotta talk to your business partner, the IRS.
Yes, there you go. Remember that. Don't go out and spend that money. Please.
Yeah. You're going to reinvest it.
Buy you 2 flips, man. Make you more money.
There you go.
And then I'll buy your rental.
That's
buy
the
rental cash.
Yeah.
Refinance
it and get that money back out of there. Now it's tax free.
Tax free.
You ain't got to worry about it.
There you go.
It's not a whole purchase of write-off.
Facts.
And the work that it needs.
Boy, let me tell you. That's a hell of a go, ain't it?
Yeah.
Real estate is a beautiful thing, man.
So, I don't mind, I don't mind paying $5,000 for the class, and then getting a hotel room and, the flight to Texas, because, these opportunities, I can recognize them now.
Facts.
You about to get all the money back plus more right now.
Yes, without that education, I would.
He already did that like a while ago. Did you close a deal like a little while ago and made?
Yeah.
Close to how much was that on that deal?
Well, no, that was just we already had a property we sold.
Got you.
That was $70,000. That money's still sitting in the bank.
Just 70. It is 70.
Looking for something.
Looking for a friend. Looking for a friend.
Yes. Looking for something to do.
I love it, man. Y'all got any final words, man, for the people looking to make $100K in the next 8 months? What would y'all leave with them? What would y'all leave for them today? Let's start with Don first, since you was the last one that spoke.
Well, you can do what I did. Get with somebody who knows what they're doing. Take the class. Spend the money. All right. Take the class and then implement. Take the class. Spend the money. Take the class and then implement. All right. That's it. Find somebody to work with.
Let's go with Darby, man. What you got?
All right. So I made a little statement earlier in the chat. I said there's always plants growing in the forest, right? And the reason why I said that is because a lot of people don't have an abundance mindset. When you look at a forest, there's a lot of trees, and people think that the market is saturated, so they think there's no room for them to grow. But there's always some places to grow in any market. So don't think the market's saturated because a lot of people are doing it. It's because it's popular. There's always more money to make. There's plenty of room to make. Partner up with somebody like Don said, don't be greedy.
What you got, B?
I would say, man, if you don't do nothing else, if you don't take nothing out of this conversation, set yourself up for success at the beginning and start paying yourself first. Pay yourself first on that W-2. Pay yourself first. If you can't squeeze out some money out of that deal. Somebody needs to not get paid out of your monthly budget. I think just that small switch in your your income acumen will set you up for success, because you're gonna look at your job different. You're gonna appreciate it a whole lot more, because you're actually getting something out of the deal instead of feeling like a slave that gotta show up every day just to pay everybody else all of your money.
I would say this: whatever you want, it start with you, man. Start with you. If you want more money, you want more wealth, you want success, it start with you. You gotta look at what your life look like now, and what are you not doing. Sometimes you gotta learn how to sacrifice. Let some things go. Sometimes you gotta let some things go in order to grow. If you don't like to read, I didn't like to read in school because the stuff I was reading wasn't fulfilling. Start reading books. Start putting yourself in rooms with people that's successful. Start looking at what are they doing. They may not be operating the same way you operate. That means you're operating in a poor way. You got to keep it honest with yourself. If you're not where you want to be, it's something that you're doing wrong, that you're not reaching the success that you want to reach. You got to educate yourself more. You got to learn. Be open to learning. You don't know everything. You ain't got everything figured out. You got to be coachable. The things that you learn, you have to take steps to actually do the things that you're learning. Don't think you know how to do everything. Learn how to accept information and then apply information. If you know how to start doing all that, you will start to see some change. This month may not be your month. Next year may be your year. This year may be your year for self-growth. Educating yourself, getting in the right rooms, asking the right questions, actually spending money on things that's going to produce you more money to change your life. Stop spending your money on things that's going to fulfill you for 2 to 3 minutes or maybe 30 minutes. Once you start thinking that way, I think your life will start to change. Your income will start to change. You start making more money. And bet on yourself, man. A lot of people bet on other people. You got to bet on yourself sometime. And if you do that, I think you'll be all right. With that being said, we out of here, man. Y'all go make sure y'all subscribe, hit the like button. Share this to somebody else, one of your friends that's looking to make more money. You can join the family. Got 3 different ways. Hit the subscribe button, then you hit the join button. They got Trailblazer Visionary Legacy. Be a part of the family, man. What else we got? If you want to learn more about real estate, you could text me. I don't even know what the number is. Text me. Let me see. Hold on. You can text me. I can help you out. We can jump on a 15-minute call, Zoom call. We could talk about it. You can just text me, wealth, at 337-381-0208. We can have a 15-minute conversation, see how I can help you out. If I can, I'm sure I could. Make sure you get your free savings and earning report, ice10k.com. If you need a CRM should be an investment, not a bill. Go to gotaskify.com. It's going to make your business a lot easier. Gonna make your income a lot higher if you use it properly. And anything else we got? If you need some construction done in the Louisiana area, hit me up. If you need some construction done in the Texas area, hit Byron. You on mute, Byron.
I say absolutely. We can get it done.
That's it. And then with that being said, man, if you need help with your mortgage, your credit cards, your student loans, your auto loans, hit up Don, man. Free savings learning report. With that being said, we out, man. Go to ice10k.com. We'll see y'all on Tuesday, man. You have a beautiful weekend. Happy Mother's Day. Oh, no, I'm tripping. That's next weekend. We out here, man. Peace.
What's up, y'all? So most people struggle with sales. A lot of us in real estate, and we struggle with our sales. We struggle with follow-up. We struggle with leads. And we just basically missing out on deals. For me, I just got on Taskify CRM. They send messages out for you. And look, a lot of us have work. When you get off of work, you have hot leads ready for you. Make sure you check out Taskify CRM. I'm telling you, it automatically replies for you. And look, it sends you multiple messages. Like we talking about drip campaigns, so you're not missing out on the lead follow-up. So make sure you check out Taskify CRM. Use coupon code NoStingyEnergy to get 10% off. And I'm about to show y'all inside my CRM so I can see how it really works. Make sure y'all check it out. Peace.